Alright, so the first exercise we're going to do is tilting the pelvis. Grab a cushion, lie on your back, feel even through your pelvis, so left and right feel even, so you don't feel like you're going to one side or the other. Imagine you've got a bowl of water. You're going to tip the bowl so the water goes towards your toes, and then you're going to tip the bowl back so it goes into your belly button. So this is the pelvis here. We're just going to move forwards and back. You can pay attention to your sit bones, the bony bits of your bottom. Think about drawing them away from each other and then towards each other. Think about your legs and the rest of your tummy being relaxed. Just let that movement happen through your pelvis, nice and slowly, forwards and back. Okay, so we're going to start by activating through the pelvic floor. We're going to move the pelvis forwards and back, tilting forwards and back to find where we feel like you're in the mid position of the movement. So you're not flattened down and you're not all the way arched. From there, we're going to do a few breaths. So breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. This is where you want to make sure the cushion is allowing your ribs to be soft. So if you need to have an extra cushion under your head just so it supports you being a little bit softer through your ribs. Sometimes if we're a bit stiff through our upper back, we can end up arching up a little bit here. So breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Once you've done a few of those breaths, we're going to breathe in through the nose. And as you breathe out through your nose, you're going to think about drawing up through your pelvic floor. So this will either be imagining you're stopping yourself going to the toilet. Imagine you're drawing up like a lift. And making sure you don't clench the bottom. You can imagine you're stopping yourself passing wind using your pelvic floor muscle, but you can check your glute muscles to make sure you're not clenching through there. So we're going to breathe in through the nose, and as you breathe out through the nose, engage in pelvic floor. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out, release. Do that about 5 times. You want to be aiming for about 40% effort. So, you've got your pelvis. And at the front of your pelvis are the 2 bony points. These are called your ASISs. And this is where we're going to just focus our attention, and we're going to bring our fingertips. What I want you to try and do is draw these 2 bones together. So we're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, draw them together. And you should feel that area lift up under your fingers. Keeping your fingers in that spot, just going to do a pelvic floor contraction. So breathing in to prepare, and as you breathe out, engage pelvic floor. And you should feel that same area lift up underneath your fingers. So now we're going to bring that into an exercise. So breathing in to prepare, as you breathe out, pelvic floor on and drawing those 2 hip bones together. And then relax. It's important to have the pelvic floor on as you draw that in, just to help keep everything together there. So breathing in, breathing out, pelvic floor, and draw those 2 bones together. Nice. Okay. Now we're going to challenge this area by adding in some leg movement. So don't need to worry too much about turning everything on. You just need to make sure that we keep this area still. So you can have your hands on your hips and on your ribs, and you're just going to let one leg come out to the side and come back in. And then the same on the other side. So the goal is the leg moves only as far as a stable pelvis and torso allows. You can do about 5 on each side. You might find you get further each time. You can also add in a little bit of pelvic floor, drawing your hip bones together and then adding in that movement as well. So we do a combination of just holding the pelvis still and then using the muscles on as you do that movement. Okay, same as before. Connecting in through the pelvis and the torso. A little bit of pelvic floor, a little bit of drawing the hips together, which is your TBA muscle. And then you're going to slide one leg away, keeping that area drawn in, and then come back. Slide the other leg away, and then come back. You might want to put a cloth underneath your foot. If you're lying on a mat, you could go further towards the end of the mat and just be on a wooden surface with a dishcloth. You can slide. So now adding in the breath, breathing in to prepare. As you breathe out, maintaining connection through pelvic floor, TBA, as you slide one leg away and back, and the other leg away, as far as you feel comfortable. Good. Okay, sitting on the chair. You're going to take your right hand and place it on the inside of your left knee. You're going to breathe in to prepare, and as you breathe out, you're going to push your hand into your knee and your knee into your hand. And as you do that, I want you to think about the muscles that run across your tummy here, turning on. You're going to hold for 3, 2, 1, and release. And then over to the other side. Breathing in, breathing out, and then pushing. Feel the connection across your tummy. 3, 2, 1, and release. Just to get a side on through there, you just want to make sure that you're not too slumped. You're sat on the edge. And when you're sat on the chair, you might just want to do a couple of small tilts forwards and back, just to find where you feel like you're in the middle of that position. And then there's that push, and then the push.